Hey, Tottenham fans, welcome to another video on the channel. Where passion for the Spurs reigns supreme and the news comes with real analysis. Tottenham is making big moves in the transfer market and has just signed a young talent who promises to make waves in Europe, a name that may seem unremarkable at first glance, but is attracting attention for a very specific reason: the record fee paid for him. In this video, you'll learn who Kota Takai is, why he was chosen, and what this signing says about the future of our club. The news came straight from one of the most reliable sources. In European football, Fabrizio Romano reported that Tottenham had reached an agreement with Kawasaki Frontale from Japan to sign 20-year-old defender Kota Takai. The transfer fee is around £5 million, equivalent to almost €6 million, which is a record amount for a sale from the Japanese league. Takai played 25 games in the 2025 season and was an important part of the Asian team's defensive system. His arrival also marks a new cycle under Thomas Frank, the club's newly appointed manager. Tottenham is looking to strengthen its defense with youth and potential and is betting on a name that is still little known to the general public but has the potential to surprise. The news of Kota Takai's signing had a huge impact on social media and in the specialist press. Many journalists highlighted the bold and strategic nature of the signing. Young, technical, and with promising physical attributes, Takai is seen as a long-term investment. Asian market experts celebrated the visibility this brings to the Japanese league, while part of the Spurs fan base was divided. Some excited about the search for new talent outside the traditional axis, others questioning whether a player with no European experience will be able to handle the Premier League. Still, the move is seen as another example of the club's new mentality, thinking about the future without giving up competitiveness. The arrival of Kota Takai could bring about interesting changes to the squad, although he is not expected to start immediately. His presence increases competition and defense, which could influence the situation of players such as Christian Romero and Dragusin, as well as opening up space for a more balanced rotation during the season. Thomas Frank, who has already demonstrated his ability to develop young athletes at Brentford, seems willing to repeat the formula at Tottenham. The expectation is that Takai will start the 2025-26 season in the process of adapting, but with occasional opportunities in cup competitions and lower pressure matches. In addition, the club may also be eyeing the Asian market, both in technical and commercial terms, with a friendly match scheduled for July and an intense preseason. The coming days may show us where Takai will fit into this new Tottenham. Kota Takai is more than just an exotic name in English football. At 20 years old and 1.90 meters tall, the Japanese defender is described by scouts as strong in the air, tactically disciplined, and extremely dedicated in training. Trained in the youth ranks of Kawasaki Frontale, he stood out for his consistency in 2025. Playing 25 games as a starter, his style is more technical than physical, something rare for defenders of his age. In addition, he is left-footed, a characteristic that is increasingly valued in modern football. Although he has not yet been tested in high-level competitions in Europe, Takai already shows unusual maturity for a player of his age. Tottenham's bet is not just on a defender, it is on an athlete who can grow under the right guidance. And with Thomas Frank, the expectation is that this will happen gradually, but consistently. Asterisk from the channel's point of view, this signing reveals a lot about the new Tottenham that is being designed. Instead of spending fortunes on established names, the club chooses to invest in young talents with room for growth, something that teams like Brighton and Brentford have been doing successfully. Kota Takai may not be an immediate solution for the defense, but he symbolizes a new strategy that combines sporting ambition and long-term vision. Of course, patience is needed. Adapting to the Premier League is always challenging, especially for players coming from leagues with very different styles. But with good technical support and room to develop, Takai has everything it takes to become a pleasant surprise in Tottenham's future. So, fans, what do you think of Tottenham's bet? Could Kota Takai surprise everyone and become an important part of the squad? Tell us in the comments. We want to know your opinion. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss any details of our daily coverage. There's much more to come, reinforcements, behind-the-scenes stories, and decisions that will shape the future of the Spurs. So stay with us because this new era promises to be exciting.